Welcome, everybody, and we are fired up for another sensational college football matchup. Nobody at home today who can stake their claim in this neutral site showdown. This is anything but a run-of-the-mill early season matchup, a clash of top 10 teams as these two will get their oil checked early. As we see the number 7 team in the country, the Texas Longhorns, taking on the second-ranked team in the land, the Wisconsin Badgers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. The Longhorns will kick it away first. Here's the return from inside his 10. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. They've got the big fellas out there, a 3 tight end look on 1st and 10. Handoff to the lone back. Getting that push, they pick up a 4 out to the 26. SEC versus the Big Ten. They compete at everything. They try to outspend each other, and they certainly want to beat each other on the field.
So many national championships, so many Heisman Trophy winners shared between these two conferences, David. Everybody gets excited when the Big Ten takes on the SEC.
And these games matter so much. The fans get so amped up, so juiced up, to the point where we hear in the stands, what? SEC. SEC. They wouldn't say that if conference pride wasn't a real thing.
Now they'll face 3rd and 4 in their first possession of the game. Motion from the offense. Looking to throw, it starts. Safe completion on the screen. Still on his feet at the 45. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down.
Phenomenal play call by the offensive coordinator. You're calling screen passes to take advantage of a good pass rush, and that's exactly what happened. The offensive linemen, they just let those defensive ends run up the field. Quarterback did a perfect job holding on to the ball to the last possible second, getting it out to his running back, and man, that running back had a convoy out ahead of him.
Here's why this one's so much fun, guys. Early in the season, sort of a proving ground type of game for a couple of squads that believe they could win it all.
And we've heard so much in this offseason, right, about both of these teams and top 10 teams preseason. Now you get a chance to prove it. Like, now you get a chance to see who are the dudes on the squad. These are always fun early in the season, Jesse.
Yeah, it's going to be fun to find out what...
He's off to the races. He'll get that one all the way down to the 4-yard line before he stopped.
I think it's really important for this offense. They get this guy going early in the game, and they're doing a nice job of that right now. Remember, he's the kind of running back who gets better as the game goes on. That's a really good omen for this offense, considering his success now early.
Keeping it on the ground on 1st and goal. They weren't going to let him loose again after that big play. This time, they knock him down behind the line.
Stopping the run is about physicality. It's about I'm bigger than you, I'm stronger than you up front. Really nice job by the defense, showing their strength, bowing up, stuffing the run.
They'll give it another shot on 2nd and goal from the 4. They'll keep it on the ground to the left, stiffing the goal line. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Wisconsin.
Yeah, this offense, man, they look good. They looked great last week, obviously putting up huge numbers. Again this week, coming out the gates in the first quarter with the scoring drive. This offense is putting the college football world on notice.
And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. So it's a 77-yard touchdown drive, and they finished it off with the score from the 4. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. Fair catch called for and made. The offense set for a first down play. He's looking to throw it. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. It's complete to the right. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a first down. And the Longhorns come to the line in the hurry-up.
I like the running back there on the route and the patience he showed, really setting it up. He got to the defender, he was able to put his foot in the ground, get some...
The quarterback bought as much time as he could, but the defense got to him and sacked him.
Nice job getting to the QB there. The best Wisconsin defenses always seem to have a game breaker and a difference maker. This guy can be that for this unit. But you think back to the Watt brothers, right? TJ, JJ, nobody could block those guys one-on-one, and they just ruined coordinators' game plans offensively.
On second down, just keeps firing. Fires to the big fella. He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short.
Well, I know the tight end did some good things after the catch, but got to give the quarterback credit, too, for the location of the throw. Because he put it out in front of his big man, he was able to make the catch and accelerate, creating some distance there between him and the defense.
On third and short, they'll try to convert through the air. He caught it! Into the end zone! Touchdown, Longhorn! Ready to try the point after. Right down the boulevard. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they capped off the drive with a big play through the air, scoring from 50 yards out. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. The Wisconsin offense will come back on the field to jump around a bit. David, they'd love to do what they did last time and put this one in the end zone.
You ain't lying. They did a great job. The offense was clicking. Everything went well. Palmer, they executed and got the touchdown.
And they really were in a nice rhythm as well. And I'd love to see that here on the next drive, too. Just keep doing what you're doing. Everything seems to be working, and you seem to have this defense on their heels.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down at 2nd and 6. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. Fighting off the defender. And he gets it up to the 36. It'll be a first down.
Well, the offense knew what they needed to get that first down, so they dial up the running play, and they get just enough to keep the drive alive.
They've got it at the 36. It's a 1st and 10. Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing. Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. And the defense finally makes the stop after the sweet run and good gain. Wisconsin's had a long list of great running backs, but those big fellas up front, that's a pipeline to pro football.
Unbelievable. Joe Thomas will be proud. Just paving the way, just physical. They always can block the run game so well, and they're going to establish it. Every game Wisconsin plays, they're going to run the football. And that would be the definition of first down success. Putting yourself in a good position. It's 2nd and inches. I can do whatever I want next. I can take a shot down the field. I can run the football and get a new set of downs. Like, nice first down execution.
And the entire playbook is wide open on 2nd and short like this. Got it set up on the outside. They finally get him stopped, but what a good job by that front wall to set up the screen and create some lanes for their running back. They fought to a standstill in the first. Let's see if someone can get the edge in the second quarter. The Badgers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. They'll go to the ground. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up. This is the kind of game, a top 25 matchup in the early season, that you look for when you're trying to build your resume.
Yeah, these are so fun because as a player, you kind of get bored if you don't get challenged. But when you got an early season challenge like this, all the adrenaline, all the juice, Palmer, you're ready to rock and roll.
I love this. We've had this game circled for a long time because we learn a lot in these types of games. What are these teams about? Which conferences are better? You're going to get a lot of answers today.
With jet sweep pass. And he got enough for the first down, but somebody put the hit stick upside his head.
Yeah, and way to be creative, way to get the ball in the perimeter really quickly, get some speed outside. All you got to do is secure that edge and just try to get that first down. Nice job. Nice play call by the offense.
Just ran him over. And that defense is there to guide him out of bounds after a short gain. Going to work on second down in the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. The give to the tailback. Keeps those legs churning for 3 yards. He's down at the 9. Tight quarters deep in the red zone, but they can pick up a first down without scoring. Third down. Looking downfield, it starts. Buys a little time. Fires into the end zone. And he's got it! Touchdown, Badger! Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Two very different emotions inside the locker rooms of these teams who did battle today. Pittsburgh was able to come away with the victory, but it was not the type of dominant win we've seen in the Steel City over the years. A win, yes, but this one lacked style points. It's one game. You don't want to react too much either way, but I think both teams will leave this one with some things to work on moving forward.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. Here comes the Texas offense. After standing on the sideline and watching that long touchdown drive, they really need to put something together to give their defense a rest.
And that's a real thing, man. Like, you played a lot of plays, you get worn out, you need a chance to go decompress on the sideline, get some oxygen. Palmer, now it's on this offense.
Yeah, this is the definition of complementary football because it's a two-pronged problem. You've got to score points and answer, but you've also got to take your time and give your defense an opportunity to get their win.
They can really be aggressive after that last play. It's 2nd and 3. Looking for a crease. It's Sanchez. What a nifty run there to pick up the first down. And the Longhorns want to move quickly.
Well, with the weapons this offense has, you knew it was just a matter of time in the run game before someone was going to break a long one. They'd just been running into a wall. They just couldn't seem to find their creases and get enough movement up front, but they finally got it there, picking up the first. Let's see what happens next.
Now on 1st and 10 from the 35. They go to the ground. Open space at the 25. Gets it all the way down to the 2-yard line. He was fighting for that end zone. The Longhorns trying to pay off the threat on 1st and goal. Defense looks as if it's coming. Trying to power it in. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
Yeah, what a great job by the defense. You got to understand, it's physical time, right? They want to run the football when they start getting inside the 5. Nice job getting penetration, getting the tackle for the loss.
After getting knocked back, it's 2nd and goal from the 4. Defense in press coverage. Got his man quickly. He's all the way down to the 2-yard line. Just spectacular execution there.
I don't know who on defense is going to cover this guy. Honestly, he could be a problem for this defense over the middle of the field in the passing game.
they've inched closer and closer, and still 2 yards to go for the touchdown here on 3rd down. Fast motion from the offense. They'll run it. Several defenders get an assist on that tackle.
Second quarter might not be gamble time, but inside the 3, Palmer, I've got the green light. I'm going for this.
I am too, and you're essentially running a 2-point play here, right? You've got a play you practice all week long. That's the play you dial up right here.
They're thinking touchdown here on 4th and goal. The kicker stays on the sideline. Wide receiver shows motion. Marches ahead. Going right back to the well, and this time he finds water. Gets it into the end zone for the touchdown. Lining up to add another. And it's up and good. They put together a 74-yard touchdown drive. And it was closed out by the short yardage touchdown. All tied up and just about set to kick it away. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. And the returner will be brought down. And Wisconsin has its offense back on the field. These two defenses have had their heads spinning here in the first half, and now we might even see a little more scoring with this drive.
It's going back and forth. This is like 2 heavyweights just trading blows, David. What does this defense got to do to get a stop here?
I tell you what, man, when you're giving up points like this and you've got no momentum, you got to find somebody that can make a play to create something. And listen, if they're scoring anyways, let's be aggressive. Let's blitz more. Let's make sure we're making them feel discomfort in some way, shape, or form.
They go right back to it. Nice, solid form tackle from this sophomore. If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. Quarterback will audible. Back to pass, it starts. And he is snowed under. Sacked at the 7. Timeout called here by the defense. It's the first one they've used this half. And the Badgers will punt it away on 4th down. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. He just wanted to get it out of there from his end zone. He only needs a sliver of daylight. And the punt team able to sling him to the ground. So Texas has it again, and here comes the offense. This could be a real turning point in the game. They scored a touchdown. They got to stop. And now a chance to break the tie.
Yeah, this offense has got it cooking, man. And how about the defense? Great job getting that stop, getting the football right back to the hot hand. Now this offense, Palmer, has a chance to take the lead.
You can see the offense, too. They understand the situation right now. They were jonesing on the sidelines to get another opportunity to run back on the field. They are ready to drive this ball and go score.
You know, you start day 1 of training camp running your base runs. You need a few yards, you run these plays. You need a first down, you run these plays. You rep them over and over and over again. They're not sexy, they're not pretty, but in the end, they're effective, and they get you that new set of downs when you need.
And he's running in the open.
And that's the benefit to the run game. Keep pounding, keep pounding. Now you break one all the way down to the 2-yard line.
And don't stop it. Get down, get lined up quick, and give it to this dude again to go score a TD.
The Longhorns are threatening on 1st and goal. And they won't try another play, instead taking a knee, and they'll head to the locker room. The offense wastes no time getting the timeout call.
Timeout, Texas.
Can the defense stop them again on 2nd and goal? Trying to slam in. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Texas! They'll try to add another to their lead. Oh, and he hit the left upright. No good. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And finished the deal with the short touchdown run from the 2.
Texas.
From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Pre-snap motion quarterback trying to get a read. This guy can throw it. It's complete. A huge pickup. All kinds of running room. Touchdown, Wisconsin. He broke away from the defense and they couldn't catch him.
Well, I know it's early this season, but it's obvious already. This guy is a major weapon in this offense. Had 2 touchdowns in his first game. He's now on the board right now. What a difference maker and a playmaker he's going to be this season for this offense.
And the extra point puts them on top by 1. That one's going to get a little star marked beside it on the play sheet. 1 play, explosive, touchdown just like that. Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. Just enough time for 1 final play of the half. Trying to find his man on 1st down. Going for it all. He's got it downfield for a huge gain. They finally make the stop. That's going to make those halftime stats look a little bit nicer as we head to the break. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update. The Badgers will kick it off to start the second half. It bounds through the back of the end zone. It'll be a touchback. And here come the horns. They've got it again on offense. They got a lot done through the air in the first half, and they might need even more production here in the second.
I think they will, Reese, and I think this is an offense that has proven they're playing with...
Can anyone catch him? And they'll finally catch up to him, but not before a big chunk of yardage is picked up. The Longhorns moving quickly to the line. He'll come out throwing on 1st down. Quickly complete.
I want to get my running backs the ball in space as much as possible, and sometimes it doesn't work in the running game. But I can throw it to them. I can try to create some space out wide, dump them the football, let them make some catches, and see if I can't get some big plays out of it.
He showed it all there. A little elusiveness, a little power, and he's got the first down. Might as well give it to him again. And the ball squirted out. Scoops it up, still a live ball.
You know, these running backs have to keep 5 points of pressure on the ball, especially against this defense that prides themselves on creating takeaways. And the offense, real lucky they jumped on that one.
Well, they are breathing a sigh of relief after that recovered fumble. Wide receiver now comes in motion. Touch pass on the jet sweep. Tackle is made, but not until he gets the first down. And the Longhorns come to the line with a new set of downs. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Longhorns! They take the lead with the 6.
Well, this offense has been physical. They came out in this game with a lot of pride and the ability up front and the belief that they can block people and get it done. They are dominating this defense. 3 rushing touchdowns now in the game.
Let's see if they can roll snake eyes in a good way and get the deuce. Powers forward. He's not going to make it. Stopped short of the goal line, and they are unable to extend this lead any further. After scoring that touchdown, they'll try to get it right back with an onside kick. Timeout called here by the defense. It's their first of the half. They'll try to follow that last touchdown with an onside kick. That's why they call them the hands team. They're able to secure the onside kick. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. 3 tight ends in the formation on 1st and 10. Here's the handoff. Not a whole lot of room as he gets a couple inside the 30 to the 29.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Try to get it to the edge. He got a bunch and looked close to getting a lot more, but he's got the first down.
This play works for one reason. You toss the ball quickly to the left, receivers have to block. Once that running back gets on the perimeter, you're going nowhere if those receivers aren't committed to getting on those DBs, locking on them, running their feet. That's not their first priority. I know they're going to catch the ball more than they're going to block. Nice job blocking in that toss.
Just plowing down the field. He's run out of bounds after the big gain, and they are in business. 1st and goal.
First down, physicality wins football games. Being able to run the football and create balance. And right here, just choose up another first down. Gives you another chance to maybe continue to run the football.
And I feel like this guy, too, is just an explosive play waiting to happen. His vision, his quickness, and he's got a burst. If you give this guy just a crease, he's going to hit it. And right now, he's doing some damage.
And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Badger.
It's just so nice to have a signal ball who can make plays through the air and make plays with his feet like this. Runs in for the touchdown. The defense knows I have to account for him every play. That's my quarterback.
He'll try to tack on one more. And with the extra point, they have a 2-point lead. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Fellas, I think at least a portion of your audience will have an interest in the one that just finished up. Oregon State overcame a tough opponent, and not only that, a raucous crowd. The Beavers tuned out all the noise and showed this team can win on its field, your field, or a neutral field. Well done. A lot to go through in the film session this week for both teams. But, boy, it sure is going to be easier for the side that came away with the win.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there. Kevin, thanks for the update. And here comes the Texas offense back on the field. There wasn't much need to throw it around on that last drive for the touchdown, Jesse. They got it done running the ball.
And David, I don't think you have to overthink this thing. If they can't stop you running it, why would you stop handing it off? Just keep at it here on this drive.
Well, and if I'm the defense, I'm making some changes. I'm bringing in more big bodies. I'm playing more aggressive towards the line of scrimmage. I am not going to let them have that kind of drive again.
Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. Wide receiver coming across in motion. They'll try the run. Knocked down after getting 6 all the way out to the 34-yard line.
Well, this offense came into the game knowing they wanted to be physical, they wanted to establish the line of scrimmage, and they're running downhill right at this defense, and they're churning out positive yardage early.
It's 3rd down from their own 34 as they try to keep the drive moving. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. Wrestled to the ground after picking up the first down. And the Longhorns headed quickly to the line.
And they say a quarterback's best friend is a good run game and a good running back. I think he agrees. Over 150 yards on the day. I don't even think I need a quarterback the way he's been running the football all game long.
And he broke 1 tackle on the way to a solid pickup there.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
That kind of pickup on first down, and you can take a shot here on 2nd and short. The run to the left. And they make the tackle, but he has plenty for the first down. He's now over 150 yards on the ground, and you start putting yourself in that ethereal company of great Longhorn running backs.
Yeah, there's so many of them that we could go back, and Cedric Benson and Ricky Williams and just recently Bijan Robinson. Man, they find highly talented dudes. Just guys that you know when you hand them the ball, good things are going to happen.
The Longhorns have it with a 1st and 10. They'll put the tight end in motion. They're getting this guy lathered up. What a good run there. He has enough for the first down.
Well, right away after picking up the first down, they go right back to their playmaker at running back. And I love the push they got up front, getting a hat on a hat, opening a huge hole for the back.
And you become so hard to defend when you can run the football successfully on first down. You're starting like that. Now what opens up? Play action. Now you're making me play pass and run. This offense, if they can create that run physicality, now it opens up everything else.
Fly sweep coming. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
And you hear about run blitzes. This is exactly what a run blitz is. When you know the ball's coming up the middle, you want to bring those linebackers, get them closer to the line of scrimmage, and fire. Right when the ball snapped, he's coming downhill, doing a good job creating the loss. That linebacker really knew what was going on.
They make the stop at the 19 after a pickup of 5.
Hey, 5 to 6 yards a pop. I don't know if you guys are really good at math, but that usually equals a first down every couple carries. So don't forget about the run game. Keep them honest, pound that rock.
Here on 3rd down, you might want to protect the field goal, but you have to stay aggressive. From the gun, wants to pass. He's got it. And the completion gives him a fresh set of downs and keeps this drive moving. The Longhorns are in the hurry-up. Turning to the running game on 1st and goal. He pushes it forward all the way to the 2-yard line. Defense going to jam these receivers right. Touchdown, Texas! And they take it in for 6 more points.
And what a push up front by this offensive line. Everyone playing in unison, driving out of their stance, working into the second level, hats on hats, creating a lane for that running back.
2-point conversion attempt is on the way. Wants to go up top. Makes the grab for the 2. Curious call here as they line up for an onside kick with the lead in a one-possession game in the 4th. He's able to grab the football, and the hands team gets the job done.
Well, here in the 4th quarter, they were obviously expecting onside kick. They got their hands team on the field. They're able to jump on the ball and make sure they get possession.
The Wisconsin offense will come back on the field to jump around a bit. Now they need to put something together to answer that last score.
There's a lot of pressure, too, on this offense to have to execute at a high level. They've got to score points, David, but they can't go too fast because their defense right now is tired.
And I think that's the difficulty being a play caller. Like, I have to balance all of those things. My defense is a little bit tired. I can't get on the field, but I got to be aggressive because this is a back-and-forth type game, so a lot to process and think about.
Good spot after that 7-yard pickup on 1st down. It's 2nd and 3. Leaves it with the running back. Down to the 26-yard line where the tackle is made. Pickup of 5 and a 1st down.
You don't always have to run the sexy plays, right? It doesn't have to always be up-tempo and fast and spread and doing all this stuff. Sometimes you just lower your shoulder. Sometimes you just run powerfully. You get the 1st down, and that's all that matters.
Down to the 26-yard line and a 1st down.
Here we go. Unlock.
They'll ride the hot hand. Ran through the contact. The offense coughs it up, and they were on the move. Defense coming up with a huge fumble recovery.
I'll tell you, honestly, I don't know what... to hold on to that football. That defender absolutely popped him. He knocked him into next week. There was no chance he was holding on to that ball.
The Longhorns sending the offense back onto the field. And they've got a little bit of a cushion here, David. If they can add to it on this drive, it would be nice.
And it definitely makes a little bit of a difference. Knowing I'm up by more than a field goal, obviously, Jesse, my mindset switches, and I know I can't make mistakes.
Yeah, and David, I don't think they have to reinvent the wheel on offense here. What they've been calling has been working. Just get back to doing what you're good at.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. He's looking to throw. Moves around to clear up the vision. Now he'll let one fly down the left side.
Man, this QB is so dangerous. He can get outside the pocket, and right here you can tell he gets outside the pocket. Now I got to make some decisions, man. Do I want to go chase this guy? Do I play coverage? And that's why these mobile quarterbacks can really put you in a predicament. The defense won this battle, but that guy is so hard to corral.
They couldn't make the connection on second down. Now a 3rd and 7 to keep the drive alive. Jumped the gun just a bit, and we've got a false start. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. You make up the game plan, and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. Wide out in motion. Receiver on the move gets the touch pass. Keeps the legs moving. Really strong job by the defense. A negative play on 3rd down.
That's a great job executing up front by the defense. They looked like they were ready for that play, and that was a bit of a more unconventional look from the offense on 3rd down, but the defense was there to make a big stop.
Perhaps emboldened by converting a 4th down earlier in the game, they'll try a 2nd time. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. And they got him. A sack denies the try to convert on 4th down.
I'll tell you, man, analytics in college football now are changing the way coaches think about down and distances. And listen, I know there are probably some metrics out there that say you should go for it in that situation because the percentages are telling you you got a good shot at keeping the football and keeping possession. That time, though, they're not able to come up with it. They've now given up the football with their backs to the wall. The defense now is going to have to dig them out of this hole.
He'll be brought down at the 5-yard line, and this defense is on its heels. Now the offense tries to punch it in on 2nd and goal. The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. The run up the middle, trying to find his way to the goal line. Not a lot of movement on that one. The defense in position.
And this offense trying to be physical inside the 5-yard line. I get it, but I tell you what, Palmer, this quarterback has earned some trust from me with the day he's had.
Yeah, right now he's thinking, put the game in my hands. I'm playing well, and I'm seeing the defense well. I see what they're doing from a coverage standpoint. Count on me to throw a touchdown here and help out our team.
If they can pay off this 3rd and goal opportunity, man, oh man, those collars start getting a little tight across the way. And he moved it slightly forward. Defense played it well. And this could prove to be the biggest play of the game. They'll go for it on 4th and goal. Trying to barge their way in. And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Wisconsin.
You get down here in the red zone, you get close to the end zone, and you get goal-to-go situations, you've got to be physical, and I love teams that can run the football. They run the football, hand it to the running back, he does the rest, puts it in the end zone.
And the extra point gives him a 1-point lead here in the 4th. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Guys, right back to your game after we update the nation on this one. Navy was anything but dominant today, but the midshipmen are going to leave this stadium today winners. A lot to work on, no question, but they avoid one in the L column. 60 minutes of football and a convincing outcome, and certainly a game with implications far beyond just the standings, fellas.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. So now the Longhorns take over and they'll send out the offense. What a turn that last drive was. Didn't pick up the fourth down, and it led to the scoring drive, David.
Yeah, and those are frustrating because you think you might get points and then your defense gives up points. This has got to be a complementary football type deal. The offense now needs to provide a little spark and give this defense some hope.
No doubt, David. They got to turn the page, and they've got to play with a little bit more urgency here, knowing they've got to get that one back and put a good drive together.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Right back to the well. He stopped after getting a yard out to the 30. This is where you make the money on the drive. Ball at the 30, it's 3rd and short. From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back. And boy, is he close to that first down, maybe just a couple of inches short. It's a one-score game late, and they've got to go for it on 4th down. And he surges up to the 36-yard line, and they'll move the chain. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and the defense needs to come up with a stop to close this thing out. The Longhorns have it with a 1st and 10. The run from the shotgun. They've got it to the 49-yard line, and they'll move the chains. Sprinting to the line to try to get this one off. Clock's running. Wants to throw on 1st down. Quarterback moving. He'll pull it down and run. He scrambled forward and got a few and turned that into a positive play.
It's just so nice to have a QB under center. Nowadays in football, you can trust these guys. You put so much on their plate, and you tell them, go get positive yards when it's there. And a lot of these guys are such great athletes, they do it with ease.
And here comes play number 6 of the drive. Motion from the offense. Touch pass on the run. Pass to 30. Speeding down the left side.
This defense really needs to be careful, and they have to play with great eye discipline, understanding where the football is at all times. Moving forward, they have got to know if this guy has the ball, because he is dangerous in space.
And guys, a perfect opportunity here to take the lead late. Trying to punch it in. Touchdown Longhorns! And they've got the lead in the final minute.
And this offense really showing their physicality, running the football when it matters, in the 4th quarter, in crunch time, to take the lead in this football game.
They want to see if they can score the deuce. They move the tight end all over. He wants to throw it. Can't hit his man in the end zone. The 2-point conversion fails, and it remains a 5-point game here in the 4th. Now that they have the lead, this kickoff unit has to stay in their lanes, create some field position, and hand it over to the defense. And he takes this from inside the 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. And Wisconsin has its offense back on the field. Okay, one possession game. You've got some time to work with, but you have to make up some ground quickly, David.
Got to be smart. Can't throw in front of the sticks.
And he can't find anyone open, and down he goes. A sack here late in the fourth. Offense takes a timeout. 27 seconds left. They've got to move quickly here. Still a chance, but they've got to force the ball down the field. Looking to pass. It starts. A deep throw as the clock winds down. And that's going to be incomplete. Going for broke on second down, but third down's coming up.
I'll tell you, this offense just can't afford too many more incompletions because time's running out in the game. They need big plays in the passing attack, vertically down the field, and they've got to score some touchdowns.
No time to waste here. They've got to get set and pick up chunk yardage. On third and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop. The offense uses a timeout. 15 seconds left to play. Trailing by a possession, they need to keep the ball. They'll try to convert on fourth down. Running back goes in motion. On fourth down, looking for the completion. Quarterback adapting. Still running at the 40. He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down. And the Badgers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Comes out throwing on first down. Fires deep toward the end zone. It's incomplete, and the last chance is just out of reach, and that's going to do it. They get a big win here and start the season on a positive note.
You got to love that as the players. You come out, you have so much anticipation coming into the season, finally getting ready to play in front of a live audience. You're able to come out and execute and get this win under your belt. David, couldn't be a better way to start the year.
And for the losing team, obviously, it's a little bit different. You have something to look at now.